Hey everyone, Nathan with Blue Ridge Sports Cards back after a little bit of a hiatus with the latest value bulk group sub that we did. It's about 25 cards. Um, so a little bit of just short explanation. I did skip a month. Happy times in our household. Just welcomed a little girl. So with all that going on, I did skip a month as far as videos. So this is from July, our July sub. PSA has slowed down. I'm sure if you also are grading that you're seeing that. We were having about 30 days as far as turnaround time, but now we're seeing this one here took about 2 months. So still nothing to complain about, but we did get spoiled a little bit with those 30-day turnarounds there for a few months. We've got about 25 cards here to show off from various people. I submitted one card in this submission this time. Got more waiting at PSA right now. Definitely slowed down, like I said. The one that we sent in August got there 2 weeks ago, still awaiting processing. So they received it, but they haven't even logged it yet. Which, and again, I'm seeing a lot of other people say the same thing. But got some fun stuff in this one. If you're not familiar with how group subs work, essentially it allows you to just grade your cards cheaper, and it can be easier if you've never done it before. I do a lot of the legwork, entering the cards in, preparing them for shipping, all that good stuff. For me, it's 21 a card. For value bulk, you can look around. That's probably the cheapest you're going to find. And you can run the calculations. I'm not really making any money at that price, but it does allow people that I've become friends with in the hobby through Twitter, Facebook, etc., local guys. It just lets people get their cards graded at a cheap price. But 21 bucks covers everything except the shipping you're going to pay to get your cards to me and then back to you. But 21 covers the grading fee, covers my shipping cost to PSA, and it also covers the shipping charge PSA charges back. A lot of people don't know about that too, but that starts at $25 and then goes up the more cards you send. The reason you might want to do a bulk sub instead of, one of the most popular questions I get when people inquire is, why wouldn't I just do it myself? You'll see when you go onto PSA's website, a lot of the cheapest tiers, the value tiers, are reserved for PSA members. So that's one of the biggest reasons. Now, you could pay $99 and also be a PSA member, but then you've got to worry about minimum. So I've had guys say, well, I'll just be a PSA member, and then they come back and say, well, the value bulk tier, whatever tier, has a minimum of 20 cards, right? And you might not have 20 cards you want to grade. So that's the other reason. Minimums, and if you're not a member with PSA, those might be some reasons. It's cheaper for people to go with a group sub, and we can all split the shipping costs the PSA charges as opposed to having to eat it all yourself. So that's a bit of an explanation. Let's look at some cards. Again, we had, I think, 5 or 6 different people in this submit cards. This is a 93 Topps Ken Griffey Jr. PSA 9. I think anytime you can get like a 8 or a 9 or better in the 80s, 90s cards, early 90s cards, you're doing okay. Ken Griffey Jr. can't go wrong with that player either. Another older card, 1991 Skybox Michael Jordan, USA PSA 8. Pretty clean there. It's about what I thought that would get. PSA 8. This next one's pretty cool. This is a 1996 Leaf Signature Barry Bonds Platinum Press Proof. It is serial numbered, I believe. Or maybe it's not. some reason I did think it was serial numbered some way, but maybe not. Still a sweet card. PSA 8, was hoping for a little better for him, but not too shabby. And another quick side note, all these slabs, when they go back to people, I put the Slim Fit PSA sleeves on them to protect the slabs from scratches and that sort of thing. And that's no extra charge either, so you're not going to find a lot of group subs that do that for free. Just a couple cents each, so no sense in charging people for that. I love this card. One of my favorite years of Prism, if not my favorite, because with the parallels, you've got the whole card is colored, obviously besides the player, as opposed to just borders. 2014 Prism Giannis, second year card, PSA 10. And these are a tough grade. I mean, just sort of, a lot of chrome cards. Really susceptible to surface, especially when it's not like a parallel. You can see everything on these cards. As far as scratches, blemishes, and all that stuff. This one looked clean. I really thought it had a good shot at a 10. So happy to see that it did. Another 2014 Prism here. This one is a parallel. A blue John Riggins, PSA 10. Again, not easy cards to get a 10 on. But we did there. Pretty cool. And a Michael Gallup, RPA. From Unparalleled. Thicker stock card, so this, you can see this slab is pretty thick compared to normal ones. And, I always tell people when they ask, should I grade this, if it's a thick stock like RPA, I usually lean no, only because when you have thick cards like this, the way I look at it, you're almost dealing with 8 corners, because the card is so thick, you've got an edge corner on the front and the back, as opposed to just a thin 35-point card. They're really susceptible to whiting, and whiting, so they're just a tough grade. And I'm not saying don't ever grade them, obviously, especially higher end, Herberts and those sort of things. Obviously, you'd want to grade them, but it's a lower end thick cards. You really got to look them over, because again, they can be a really tough grade. But that one got a 9, so you can't beat that. All right, this is the other stack here. So I do monthly subs. The best place to get in on it, find me on Twitter or Facebook. We got a Facebook group if you search Blue Ridge Sports Cards, and then on Twitter, you can just search Blue Ridge Sports Cards. My username is @Nates_cards. And you can find me there too, and we can talk about it. I can help walk you through it. Again, my goal is just to make it as cheap and easy as possible. A lot of guys that have subbed with me, it's their first time ever. And so it's just really cool to see, see people get excited about their cards and their grades. And maybe it didn't get a 10 that they wanted, but just having it in a slab, they can use it for display or protection. All right, so we got some Corbin Carroll in this sub. This is from Bowman Platinum, and it's an orange, which means it's out of 25. Got a 9. Beautiful card. Again, another Corbin Carroll. This one, we got a 10. Sky Blue Refractor from 2020. Speaking of hot baseball rookies, we definitely had some Ellie in this as well. So there is a Bowman Chrome PSA 9. This is the Mega Refractor PSA 10. Nice grade there. Going back to the well with Corbin Carroll, one of my favorite parallels here, Sparkle Refractor. Only got a PSA 8. Maybe there was some surface damage. The centering looks okay. Not perfect, but I wouldn't look at the centering and say, well, that's an 8. So maybe there was something with the surface or something there that we didn't see. Either way, nice card. Luis Matos Mega Box Auto PSA 9 for the Giants. This is my lone card that I submitted. Phillies fan, try to collect Bryce Harper. I didn't have one of these in a slab yet. I was really, really hoping it was a 10 because it came straight from a box. But got a 9, which is okay. Still PC card. I'll eventually get another raw one and see if I can grade it, or I might just buy a PSA 10 version. Still think his early stuff and rookies are too cheap for what he's done with his career. There is a Drew Gilbert Bowman Draft Green Auto to 99. It's a sick card there, PSA 9. We had some Palos in here. Prism Silver, PSA 9. Curious to see how he does here in year 2. He's currently playing for USA Basketball. Reggie Crawford for the Giants. Another Sparkle Refractor. This one's an auto, PSA 9. Good prospect there. Then we had our next two Palos. Prism Silver, PSA 9 again. We had 3 submitted. I was hoping for him, we could at least get 110. I mean, they all look pretty good going in. Thought for sure one of the 3 at least we could get a PSA 10, but PSA said, I don't think so, and they all got 9s. Still a good card to have going into basketball season. Drew Jones Mega Box Purple out of 250, or it should be, yep, out of 250. PSA 10. Andrew Jones kid, Drew Jones. This guy's hot right now. If it wasn't for Acuna, might be in the MVP conversations more. Freddie Freeman, Orange Refractor, Topps Chrome. PSA 9. I think I just saw he broke the doubles record for the Dodgers. Another Ellie Bowman Chrome here. This one got a 10. PSA 10. Pretty unique card here. A little different. Michael Jordan, 94 Fleer Pro Cards. Birmingham Barons, so minor league baseball. PSA 8. And this card is probably hard to find in much better condition. Michael Jordan, Birmingham Barons. When he wasn't winning titles in the NBA. 2022 Pro Debut, Henry Davis, PSA 10, Orange out of 25 Auto. Catcher for the Pirates. I really like Pro Debut. You can get it really cheap compared to Bowman, but I love the minor league stuff. Jackson Holiday, PSA 8. A little disappointing there, but 2022 Bowman Draft Auto, PSA 8, Jackson Holiday. He and Drew Jones leading the 2023 Bowman class as far as rookies. And the last one is a Caleb Farley Cracked Ice Contenders Optic Auto with a 9. These are out of 22 or 23. Yeah, 22. Used to be 23, but now some of them are 22. Out of Virginia Tech. Made the news recently with the unfortunate news that they had the incident with his house. Lost his dad. Can't imagine, but this is a cool card. Caleb Farley, PSA 9. And that'll do it. 25 cards this go around. The next video we will do when the August sub gets back. Again, sent it 2 weeks ago, still waiting processing. So if you're going to grade value bulk, I would start thinking 60 day to, at this rate, maybe longer as far as turnaround times. But we shall see. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Hope you enjoyed looking at some cool cards. Again, if you are interested in subbing or you just have questions about how it works, I'm glad to talk. Just, again, reach out on Facebook with the group Blue Ridge Sports Cards or Twitter Blue Ridge Sports Cards, and I will be glad to facilitate your grading needs, or again, just answer any questions. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to everyone later. Thanks.